जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे
भारत माता की जय। भारत माता की जय।
Right now, India is at war. And I'm speaking to future IAS officers. So when I talk, I am wearing a badge here which in the civil service circles, LBSNAA. I am also a UPSC entry. So this is what is happening. I don't know what exactly is happening outside. We have done what we had to do for this country. Nanu adigite, because tomorrow when I carry the gun and go to the border,
May 6th 144 అటాక్ చేశారు కదా. దట్ డే May 7th మార్నింగ్ నేను లెగిచాక ఆ టైంలో నేను పీస్గా పడుకున్నాను. బట్ దే ఆర్ ఫైటింగ్ దేర్. సో మీ ఆర్మీ అందరికీ ఐ కుడ్ జస్ట్ సెల్యూట్ సార్.
భారత్ మాతా की जय। భారత్ మాతా की जय। దేశం అంటే మట్టి కాదోయ్, దేశం అంటే మనుషులై అని తెలుసు మనకి అని విన్నాం. ఆ మనుషులని, ఆ మట్టిని కాపాడుకునేటటువంటి సైన్యం మన భారత సైన్యం. అలాంటి భారత సైన్యంలో ఎన్నో ఆణిముత్యాలు, అన్ని ఆణిముత్యాలలో నుంచి ఈరోజు మన రిక్వెస్ట్ మేరకు డాక్టర్ చిర్రా నరేందర్ రెడ్డి సార్, ఫార్మర్ కల్నల్, ఫార్మర్ అల్యూమిని ఆఫ్ సైనిక్ స్కూల్, కోర్కొండ, నేషనల్ డిఫెన్స్ అకాడమీ, ఇండియన్ మిలిటరీ అకాడమీ అండ్ కల్నల్ ఆఫ్ మహర్ రెజిమెంట్. అంతేకాకుండా 1999లో జరిగినటువంటి ఆపరేషన్ విజయ్, సఫేద్ సాగర్, ఆ రెండు ఆపరేషన్స్లో యాక్టివ్గా పాల్గొని కార్గిల్ వార్లో మన గెలుపుకి కారణమైనటువంటి సి నరేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు ఈరోజు మీ ముందున్నారు, మనందరి ముందున్నారు. సో ఖచ్చితంగా ఈరోజు ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి వాతావరణం ఏదైతే ఉందో, ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్యలో ఏదైతే జరుగుతుందో, ఏవైతే పరిణామాలు ఉన్నాయో, ఈ పరిణామాలలో సివిల్ సర్వెంట్స్ యొక్క రోల్ ఎంత, మనకు భారతదేశం పట్ల మనకు ఉన్నటువంటి బాధ్యత ఎంత, ఇందులో మన పాత్ర ఖచ్చితంగా మన పాత్ర అనేది ఏదైనా చేయాల్సిన రోల్ ఉంటే మనం పాల్గొంటామా, మనం దేశం కోసం ఏమైనా చెయ్యాలా, లేకపోతే దేశం మనకి ఏమి ఇచ్చింది అనేటటువంటి ప్రశ్నలకి ఈరోజు మనకు జవాబు దొరకబోతుంది. సో ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ గ్రేట్ఫుల్, ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ బ్లెస్డ్ టు హ్యావ్ అసోసియేషన్ విత్ సి నరేందర్ రెడ్డి సార్. And I'm also very happy to call upon C. Narender Reddy Garu to give a proper seminar or a speech regarding our Indian Armed Forces apparatus structure and how our Indian Armed Forces will function and how our civil servants as well as defense servants or defense forces are working. And main ga ఒకటి అందరికీ తెలియని విషయం ఏంటంటే, నేను సార్తో డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే ఒక విషయం చెప్పారు. మన పిల్లలకి ఎవరికి కూడా ఈ ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ యొక్క మ్యాప్ అనేది రాదు సార్. అంటే ఇండియా అండ్ పాకిస్తాన్కి ఇండియా ఒక బార్డర్, ఇండియా ఒక జియోగ్రఫికల్ బార్డర్, ఇండియా ఒక టెరిటోరియల్ బార్డర్, ఈ ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్యలో బార్డర్, ఈ పాకిస్తాన్ ఆక్యుపైడ్ కాశ్మీర్, మనం మ్యాప్ ఎలా డ్రా చేయాలో కూడా తెలియదండి ఎవరికి. ఆ విషయం మీద నేను చెప్పదలుచుకున్నాను. సో అందరూ జస్ట్ రఫ్గా ఇలా డ్రా చేస్తారు ఇండియా అండ్ పాకిస్తాన్ అన్నప్పుడు, లేకపోతే ఇండియన్ మ్యాప్ అన్నప్పుడు అది తప్పు. సో మనకి వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ఏ ప్రాపర్ క్యారికేచర్ ఆర్ ప్రాపర్ మ్యాప్ ఆన్ ఇండియా అండ్ ఇండియా ఇట్స్ బార్డర్స్ ఈరోజు. సో ఖచ్చితంగా ఇది మీ యొక్క ఎగ్జామినేషన్కి యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ప్రతిదీ ఎగ్జామ్కి యూజ్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మనం సిటిజన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. సో ఇండియన్ సిటిజన్గా మనకున్నటువంటి బాధ్యతలు, మనకున్నటువంటి రోల్ గురించి, పాత్రల గురించి ఈరోజు సార్ సి నరేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు మాట్లాడతారు. సార్ ప్లీజ్. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning. Respected Vishnu sir, Assistant Director Naresh Garu, and Mahesh and all others of the Academy, and dear Young India. It's actually a pleasure to be here because right now India is at war. Actually, bombing is going on. I could watch the TV till the time I left my house, about 9:30, I think. The last news was India's bombed their air base close to Rawalpindi. Rawalpindi is the military headquarters of Pakistan. Nur Khan Sahib is the air base. More will happen because it appears Pakistan wants to go, maybe showing off, but as of now, the war is limited to air warfare, including the drones and missiles and all that. Yes, India is at war. When Vishnu sir and me talked about my coming here, it's about a month back. He said, okay, so just give a talk about the defense and all that. And we fixed a date, a week, a date. It so happened that a lot of things have changed during the last few weeks. And today, as I come here, standing in front of you, very coincidentally, the country is at war. And I'm speaking to, I'll consider all of you to be future IAS officers. So when I talk, I'll talk to you all as if you're all IAS officers, not civil service officers. Civil service, but IAS. All right. Because only day before yesterday, no, on the 7th, I don't know how many of you are all actually reading newspapers. 7th May, center page, Hindu. I have the cutting here with me. An article by Jitendra Singh. Who is Jitendra Singh? Anyone? Please answer. Yeah, Minister of State in PMO, and for personnel and so many things he has got, science, technology and all. So he has written good article about civil services and how civil services have taken shape in the past few years, and how is it so easy for aspirants of civil services these days, unlike the yesteryears when mostly people from the urban areas and all that, because of the technology and all that. And surprisingly for me, he quoted Rajendra Nagar of Delhi and Ashok Nagar of Hyderabad. Am I right? Yeah. And he didn't talk about Mumbai, Bangalore and all that. So it's good that you form part of that Ashok Nagar batch of aspirants. I thought I'll first ask you small things. Or before asking even small things, I want to check with you all. Now that the war is on. Is the war on? Yes. All of you all are anybody seeing the TV in the night or no? Yes? Yes. Now, I will ask you to ask me one or two questions, basic doubts, before I actually talk about the war and tell all that which I want to tell in the few minutes allocated to me. Anything, you want some basic or some even silly question about war, nothing personal, nothing about what I am wearing, or I'll tell you about what I am wearing also. I think that is better, because I have found in my earlier talks to students and young faculty of universities, later on I realized that a portion of the audience like you, they are focusing on what I am wearing, how I am talking, what is it and what is not, what's background. So all that you wipe off if you are really interested in listening to me. I am wearing a badge here which depicts that I am an armed forces veteran. I have served the Indian Army or Air Force, Navy, armed forces, and this is the indication of my past service. And this, of course, you all know it. All right. This is my cap of my Mahar Regiment. This is the badge of Mahar Regiment. Indian Army consists of a number of regiments, out of which infantry regiments, out of which Mahar Regiment is one. Right? And I'm in front of you. He has introduced me. I'll tell you a little more about myself. I left the army in 2004. I resigned. I took voluntary retirement. Prior to that, I did my PhD in human rights and international law. International law masters, and then I did my PhD. And I have got a few other master's degrees. So I was a keen academic while I still served the army for 25 years. And since the time I left the army, I have been with colleges, universities, engineering colleges, universities. I established one university in Guntur. Is there anyone from Guntur here? You heard about Vignan University? Yes. So I established that university at Badlamudi as its founder registrar. All right, I like that. So academics and I lecture on human security and sustainable development. This is my topic. It's a continuation of human rights and all that. Fine. So that much. So I wanted to ask you one or two small things. Very, very small things. How many days old are you into preparation for IAS or civil services? About a month? Not even? Okay. By any chance, any one of you know the IAS Academy is at which place? Uttarakhand. Mussoorie or Uttarakhand? So I asked at which place? Place is not Uttarakhand. It is Mussoorie. Be very clear. And in colloquial parlance, the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy is known as, in the civil service circles, LBSNAA. Anybody knows that? Yes. Yes. And what is motto of LBSNAA? Excellent. Very nice. So you are all really going to be IAS officers. Very nice. All those who don't know, please know it. All right? Good. I also want to ask you something about the flag. Indian flag. Indian flag. If most of you know the answer for the question I am asking, don't answer it. Just raise your hand. I'll ask about independence first. Why did we get independence on 15th August? Anyone?
Japan surrendered to
Great. Please say your name.
Praveen Kumar.
Excellent.
Japan surrendered to the British.
When?
15th August
Which year?
1942. I think 45.
What's your background?
MBA.
Where did you do your MBA? Okay. Absolutely correct. One good clap for him. Very few people, even university faculty, did not know this when I asked them such question. Do you read newspapers? Which paper do you read? Good. Okay. Please know more about it later. The answer is there, and what is the background to that? I won't say because we have no time. Similarly, why was 26th January chosen as our Republic Day? Wait. We have more who know it? One hand there up. Who else? You also know? Okay, you already answered once something. So I'll give chance to this young lady here.
Sorry, 26 January, Purna Swaraj. Jawaharlal Nehru has told something regarding that, sir. So on the same day, on 26th Jan 1950.
You are somewhere there, but little bit. Can you elaborate?
The declaration of Purna Swaraj in
When was that?
1930.
19? Where? Excellent. So you all are doing well. One chocolate for you because I am carrying chocolates. Good one. And one for you. And also you. Okay? Fine. I hope I'll remember 3 faces. Good. Good. And why is India called India? Last question.
So due to the British has kept according to the Indus Valley, Indus River. Indus. So the British means the Britishers means they have observed that due to the Indus River, the Bharat got the name as India.
You are there, but there's some little bit more background to it. You're almost there.
Land east to India. Sorry, Indus.
Land of Indus River, yes. Yes, not you. Anybody else? Yeah. You're close there. How the Persians could not pronounce all that history is there, isn't it? Yeah. You're there. So chocolate for you also. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more chocolate also I have. So one more question I'll ask little later. Okay, good. So you're all good. So I find that you all are very serious students. Excellent. Very nice. Be like this. I must compliment all of you because I have never been through this. I am also a UPSC entry. I took my UPSC exam for National Defence Academy when I was 16 and a half. 16, NDA. That is 50 years back. That was, a tough exam, but not this prolonged coaching. Studied in a military school. We had the environment. We were coached a little bit how to do, and we did it and we got in. But this is I've gone through the list of subjects you all have to study and pass, qualifying exam, then 5 compulsory and 2 optional, and so many subjects, so much to read. It's a big task. And generally, do people give up in between?
Sure, sir.
They give up. So I'm sure all of you will continue, not give up. It depends on what all other factors you have at home and this, that, and I don't know. Some of these girls may be told, "Arey, what to do? Leave it, get married," and all that. So I hope all of you, or many of you, or most of you, will continue to sit like this, learn. I find a good environment here, nicely laid out rooms. Basically, there are two things I have observed through my study of the whole system of UPSC and coaching. You must have good mentoring material. These two things. Material includes, if there you have a library, sir, here.
Yes.
You have a library and all this, and then good teachers, good faculty, all that. So all the best and do well. Continue like this. Now, what's happening in J&K? After finishing a little about the ongoing war, and then I'll come back a little more to the civil service. What all, I have some friends, senior, retired and serving civil service officers. I had an interaction with them. Of course, they wrote 30 years back. But everything remains the same. And I've read about, has anyone read this article called, "Has the IAS Failed the Nation"? Has anyone read that article? Has the IAS Failed the Nation? Written by a very senior IAS officer, retired, Subbarao, Duvuri Subbarao. I'm sure all of you have learned about it. RBI governor. Incidentally, he happens to be from my school. Incidental. So, he has written, what he has written, maybe towards the end sometime, I will read out the small narrative of 4-5 lines. And immediately, about 3 weeks hence, another IAS officer, Deepak Gupta, UPSC chairman at some time, he has written with the same caption, but a little more, saying, "Has IAS failed the nation? Comma, not really." So I read both the articles, not now, those days. I've been collecting all this information about civil service and following up out of my own interest. From 2016, I think, when I got interested in this. Oh, anyway, so I'll read out all that a little later. Now, why are Pakistan and India at war today? Anyone can answer this question?
Retaliation.
Retaliation by whom?
India. About
After Pahalgam?
Due to Pahalgam attack.
Yeah. Is that the only?
Terrorism
Okay.
and application.
Yeah, tell me. Anything else you want to add?
Which is created on religious lines, so it needed a diversion that Hindus and Muslims were different. So, which is Pakistan is wholly controlled by army. So the politicians are nobody there. So actually, Pakistan army has lost its respect recently due to Imran Khan incident happening. So it wanted to gain its respect by adding some fuel to the India-Pakistan border clashes.
Okay, good. Pakistan, as we know, is a failed state. That's what everybody says and writes, and we see it. The economy is bad. Like this gentleman has said, the army is the de facto ruler. Of course, they have an elected assembly. So, and they have been surviving on terrorist-based, I should say, policy, and they are themselves victims of terrorism. The other day, their minister Tarar was shouting loud, "We are ourselves victims of terror. 90,000 people have died due to terror over the last few years. How can we be the harbingers of terrorism? How do we support? No, you're wrong, and all that. The other side, the American journalist was having a cynical smile and started saying, then what about Osama bin Laden? How come he was kept in a place close to your military headquarters? And how come America picked him up without even telling you and threw him in the sea after killing him? So, and then their defense minister, Asif, just after our first attack, said, we have been doing the dirty work for America and even UK for the last 30 years, fighting their proxy war. And it was rebutted by Rubio. So he said, no, you're talking nonsense. What is all this? So there is no credibility in the statements given by the politicians of Pakistan. And yes, there is a Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, but the shots are managed by the army. So army has taken, we thought the sequence is Pahalgam. Then we took about 14 days. How many days? 14 days. On the 14th day night, we struck at how many places? 9. I was challenging Vishnu sir that a number of, not only you, a number of people have spoken to youngsters and even faculty are not very clear about our map. Is better. Okay, just can you enlarge this? Yeah. I will not question you or test your knowledge. Okay, I'll start here. This is the map of J&K. All of you all can see? Yes. Can any one of you explain? Anyone? What you think I am trying to explain? Can any one of you explain? Okay, no hands raised. So I can be confident that I am explaining well. Huh? Okay. Okay. Now this is the map of J and K. All right. J and K. Jammu and Kashmir. Here J and K has got the Jammu region and the Kashmir region. All right. Other than that, there is something called Ladakh. There is something called Gilgit-Baltistan. There is something called Aksai Chin. And of course, Siachen Glacier and Sheksgam Tract. Alright? Please understand this. Not only, I don't know how much use it's going to be for you for your examination, but tomorrow as IAS officers, I say, I presume that all of you will be selected to IAS. So tomorrow as IAS officers, IAS is an all India service. You may be posted anywhere. But this is a critical issue of the country for the last so many years. So be very clear that. So in 1947-48, we had a war with Pakistan? Yes? Basically, Raja Hari Singh gave us all this. The complete. Then by that time, Pakistan became an independent country, and then the Mujahideen and then those forces, they came into hordes and occupied all this. Then Indian Army had to be sent, and then there was war. And then when we reached this line, which is now called the line of LOC, line of control. So we were told, okay, ceasefire. All right. So we had to cease fire. Cease fire means stop fire. So we had to cease fire when we were around this, and then we had to keep this much and then start calling Pakistan occupied Kashmir. This is also part of Pakistan occupied Kashmir. All right. Now, actually, since this is actually not Kashmir, Kashmir region is this. So they call this as Azad Kashmir. They say this is the independent Kashmir and this is still Indian occupied Kashmir. Is it? Yeah. And this is Ladakh, of course, So this was all. So, in effect, India is now, this is not part of India, but we still use and teach our children in the schools that this is still ours, though it's not with us. All right? So this should be very clear. And when we refer to POK now, those 5 places where we targeted on 7th, 8th night or 6th, 7th night were in this. I had sent that. Anyway, we don't have to repeat. There were 5 in this, and then okay, I'll finish this and we'll go to Kashmir, Pakistan map. We'll explain that. Siachen Glacier, you know what has happened in that. I don't have to repeat. This is the area. This was part of this Gilgit-Baltistan, but Pakistan gave this off to China for whatever their economy, whatever reasons. Now, so till 1962, we were holding all this. This is all ours. 1962 war. AB gaya. So AB gaya, this one. So we are effectively, this is what is the Jammu and Kashmir now with us. This much. This is one state. Then for various political and other reasons, the state got divided into 2 union territories. This is still J&K and this is Ladakh. These two union territories have 2 governors and all that administration. Abhi, there are no elections here yet. Elections were conducted, and what is all going on now, you all know that, isn't it? Yeah, can you just shift the next? Ikkada LOC anukunnam kada manam. This is LOC, and this is called LAC. All right. So this red part is manadi kaadu. This green part manadi kaadu. So only this part is ours, what is called India. And the LAC problem, what happened, we had Galwan problem. Colonel Santosh Babu, he was killed incidentally. Again, he's from my school. So all this is there. This is the story of J&K map. You should understand. Now, what has happened on 6th, 7th night, we have targeted 9. Okay, next map. We talked about this. All right, fine. Now come here. Those 9 targets. Out of those 9, 5 are in the POK, and 4 were Bahawalpur, Multan. Their list is there with me. They were part A. Okay, now this is also important. Just listen now. Pakistan chudandi. Pakistan lo their states: Sindh, Balochistan, Punjab, Fatah, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Gilgit-Baltistan is actually ours, but they are showing it is theirs. And AJK they call it. What is AJK? Azad Jammu and Kashmir. All right. So now Pakistan has got big problem here. You know that? Yes. Balochistan Liberation Army, the train hijack and all that. Yeah. And Sindh also there is a problem. They are fighting for. So this is gone. This is gone. There's a problem here also, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa also. So where there is no problem? Only in Punjab. So somebody has written in yesterday's paper, There should be balkanization of Pakistan, and Pakistan should be renamed as Pakistan Punjab. That's all. Independent. Sub. I think soon it will happen. The way it's happening, soon it will happen, and I think there will be more peace in the area. What news we saw yesterday was that Balochistan already BLA has occupied Quetta. What else? Other one or two places, and they're very strongly on it. So, Pakistan army was being diverted to our border, so they had to leave. Something. All that is happening. So this is the status of Pakistan. This is our status, and we are fighting. We are at war. All right. What is the status of war today? Can anyone say? If you have been watching TV last night, I have noted down. What is now status today? What I have heard latest is that Prime Minister, that loan is also approved. Very good. Yes, yesterday oh yeah, that is okay. What else? Today latest. 2 days. Anybody? Which base I told? Okay, pass. Rawalpindi Dagira. What Khan Sahab I told? Some Khan Sahab. 4 military bases were targeted yesterday. And yesterday means Ninna Ival night. Yesterday means last night. Generally, all these targeting and even drone, it's all drone war now happening. Missiles, drones. And it happens in the night. Why? Visibility. Correct. And of course, radars will catch, but visibility is. Andike night, all towns across the border from north till Gujarat. Blackout. ఎందుకు బ్లాక్అవుట్ చేస్తారండి? బ్లాక్అవుట్ ఎందుకు చేస్తారు? సేవ్ ఎట్లా చేస్తావు సివిలియన్స్? just to keep the light off ante, so that the enemy, they cannot catch the light and then pinpoint. That is not a blackout. Andukane blackout drills avanni chestunnaru all across the western border. I think 30. How many number of airports have been closed till 15th May? Yeah. And what else is the latest? India's Sensex has fallen naturally. All red alert in all the border airports. Then there are special trains being run by the Indian Railways to ferry those people who are stranded in those airports to get them back to where they have to go. And in Pakistan, it is reported that the Prime Minister has called for a nuclear command conference meeting. Then somebody writes, how come Prime Minister is calling? I thought, he writes, I thought the nuclear command, the boss is Asif Munir. Okay, so that is one. Then what else?
India asked IMF to stop.
Yeah, she said that. India asked, India abstained, but still it has been given loan. See, మనం ఏమనుకుంటామంటే పెద్ద దిస్ ఆల్ అబ్బాయి వార్ మన కంట్రీ మనమని. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ది వెస్టర్న్ ఛానల్స్ were not showing anything to do with due apologies to if there are any Christians here, anything other than the Pope and election of the Pope. అకౌంట్కెళ్ళే పిచ్చోళ్ళు ఏదో కొట్లాడుకోనిలే అనుకుంటా. సో మనకేదో పెద్దది ఇది. దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ యాజ్ ఫ్యూచర్ IAS ఆఫీసర్స్ యు మస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ఇస్, అంటే మేము ఆర్మీది ఏంటి మాది నేషన్ ఫస్ట్. రిపబ్లిక్ టీవీ చూస్తారు ఎవరన్నా, వాడు పెద్దగా వేసుకుంటాడు నేషన్ ఫస్ట్ అని, అది మా దగ్గర కాపీ కొట్టాడు. I'm saying why I'm saying when I joined the army, nenante nalaga even a soldier, everyone, officers, because mine is the only service with with pride I say that I join for my job or whatever, like you all will join the IAS. I join knowing well that tomorrow when there is war with China, Pakistan, X, Y, Z, I may die. Sure. A lot of people have died, you know that. But they're dying now. సో మనం అంటే తెలిసి ఏమంటారు నిప్పులో కాలు పెట్టాం కదా. దిస్ ఇస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ దాట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ విత్ an army మ్యాన్. ఆయన ఎవడో చనిపోయారన్న ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఒక అగ్నివీర్ నాయక్, మురళీ నాయక్. సో జస్ట్ ఇమాజిన్ ది డిస్ట్రెస్ దే. But such distresses have been happening since 1947-48 till now, till Kargil, and even today. There is either you die in operations or due to the risk of the climate or J&K lo eppadana everyone J&K chusara any tourism J&K no anta valleys ante of course vehicles ani potunde okka chinna slip driver emanna kallu mooskoni itla ayindo ledante vehicle emanna ayinda badak and down there you are gone. So people die due to such accidents, people die due to shelling, people die due to bullets, people die due to weather. Lot of friends of mine known, they have developed different kinds of medical problems having served in these hazardous areas. Okay, so we were at that. All right. So this is what is happening. I don't know what exactly is happening outside now. If somebody sees the TV and tells us that is the latest. What latest is this? It's on, and air war is on. So far, there is no mobilization of the army, the foot soldiers. Navy is mobilized. Navy is just, I'm told, across the Karachi harbor. Karachi is the only big harbor. In 71 law, Karachi harbor Gotesam. Those fellows like 1944 law, which was that airport bombed by the Allied powers. Pearl Harbor, Laga, 1971 law, Indian Navy 3rd, 4th December law, Danch Padesaru. Then after that, they said cool, here also cool, 90,000 people surrendered. You know that, no? You recollect. So that way. So Karachi harbor is surrounded, our submarines are there. Our aircraft carrier Vikrant is there. Pakistan doesn't have an aircraft carrier. And sometimes I feel, as an army man, as a Fauji also, I feel pity that they are trying to confront India, causing casualties to themselves and to us. But this is war. We have to take on, isn't it? We can't just keep quiet. And there was so much of pressure on the government of India, safe to say, Modi ji, or the army, navy. So why, what is not, nothing is happening. Somebody said, you'll keep on shouting, nothing is happening. So we have to prepare now. 1971 లో ఇందిరా గాంధీ మానెక్షన్ పిలిచి అడిగిందట, ఏమయ్యా వార్కి వెళ్తావంటే, మేడం ఐ నీడ్ 6 నెలలు కావాలి నాకు టైం, ఐ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రిపేర్, యూఆర్ టెలింగ్ మీ టు గో టు వార్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇప్పుడు అంత అవసరం లేదు, బికాస్ వీఆర్ మోర్ వెల్ ఎక్విప్డ్. ఇప్పుడు చాలా ఎక్కువ కేపబిలిటీ ఉంది మనకు అప్పటికంటే. ఆల్ రైట్, సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ యాక్చువల్లీ హ్యాపెనింగ్ నౌ. ఆల్ రైట్, సో ఇంకేం చెప్పాలి మీకు వార్ గురించి? అచ్చా, I'll cover a little bit about the geostrategic. We don't have a world map. Okay. Please stand. Good question. Yeah, say again. Everybody should listen to this question.
Sir, we are calling it a war. I just wanted to know what is the difference between battle and war.
Can anyone answer this question?
Series of battles.
Series of battles is called? Good. That is the answer. Small battles like some hill in Kargil. What was that hill? Some Tiger Hill. That fight like that all together becomes war. It's a combination of small battles. Here, there, here, there. All right? Yeah. Anything else? Okay.
Sir,
Huh.
without ground invasion, how can we say it as
Without?
Ground invasion, how can we say it as a war?
What is war in your idea?
Occupying of territory,
No.
Occupying of political power.
No.
Provoking.
achieving military objectives.
Okay, a little bit. We are achieving, no. We have bombed 4 air bases. They are targeting Srinagar. The day, there was a big debate on Republic TV the day before night, saying that India is at war, but we have not declared war. These days, I think after World War II, there is no declaration of war. You do it, you are doing it. So it is, you don't have to say declaration. There is no, it is an undeclared war. It is war. All right. So you are asking, how come the army has not moved? Navy also doesn't seem to have actually bombed or anything. How you are saying war? What is happening in J&K and that periphery here? What is all happening now? Here, all that shelling, deaths, civilians are dying. People have to be vacated all across the border, and our posts are being attacked. We are shelling. War. When the army goes in, army has got 3 strike corps. Strike corps. See, army deployment is all across. I am just telling you in a nutshell. Already we have the ground deployed army as a deterrence or tomorrow minute. But when we have to go to war, the army has to go to war. They go as a combination of battle groups. There will be infantry people, there will be support from the artillery. I don't have time to explain to you artillery, this, that. Artillery has long range guns. See what shelling happens on the border. Now this cross border shelling is happening. That is artillery and mortar fire. So all that. So when the army goes for war, it is in a battle group. Infantry will be there. There will be engineering elements. There will be communication signals. There will be the real engineers there to lay me lines. Then signals to lay me telephone. It's a topic in itself. All right. So army goes. So we have 3 strike corps. Strike means to attack corps. The day the government decides that yes, we will go now. Let's go. Then people are ready. Already ready. Everybody is on just ready. They have to just go. They will go. They know where to go, how to go. Like we are doing. You think that we have been able to target and drop bombs on these airports and other militant locations. Just we got up and started doing. No, it's all fixed already. It is all coordinates are all fixed and ready. And when we say go, it will be done. Same thing, the army will go in when the time comes. We will go if required. When we go, there will be casualties. So now we are continuing with air warfare, less number of casualties. There is a chance of if the aircraft, there was a dog fight. You know what is dog fight? Air battle. Yeah. So the morning news was that we have been able to shoot down, moved aircraft, shoot down Jason. Yeah. So of course, it must be or unconfirmed or confirmed. So that is dog fight. One pilot, or maybe the second one pilot in the air fighting the other pilot. Just imagine. That's why I just told you, when I wear uniform, saying that, okay. Anyone saw this movie called Sher-Shah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, you know the story of Sher-Shah and his love life? Vikram Batra?
Captain.
That young lady still, she's not married. You know that, no? I'm just saying, certainly. So that's life. That's life. And all the 21 Paramveer Chakras the country has, all of them have a good story. People just at that age dying to secure and safeguard the sovereignty of this country, territorial integrity. We don't lose. We have a strong army. Yes, no doubt. We'll die. But if more forces come, somebody said, what if China is now in the, China has not made any statement, nor it has sent any. Who all is supporting Pakistan now openly is Turkey. Deepak Vohra was talking in one of the videos. Turkey, the gone case NATO member, he was saying. Always on the wrong side. Even World War II, they were on the wrong side. And one more war, they were on the wrong side. This time also wrong side, he was saying. And all those initial attack drones are all from Turkey. So that is there. Where did you ask? You asked. How can you call it? War. Any small thing is a war. You violate my international border, you come and kill people, and I do it, that's war. That's war. And when it escalates, but still a war. All right. Okay. Then, actually speaking, how many countries are there in the world? Total United Nations? 193. All right. Out of the 193, 48 countries are actually still not in a democratic form. And another 48 places are in some problem or the other. So in the whole lot of counting, so one statistic says that only about 10 to 15 countries are actually at peace. So human being can never be at peace. Always, the mind anta, chetta mind. So I said, very few countries are in peace, isn't it? So it will continue like this when you all become civil service officers of this country. So just listen, you remember, today is what, 2025? Yes. There is something called Amrit Kal going on. Yes. All of you know? Yeah. And that is another 22 years. So 2047. And 22 years, you all are around 23 years age, around average. So you'll all be 45 years. Mid-service, middle-aged civil servants of this country. Very crucial. I won't be alive. I know that. Very crucial for this country. Remember that. You are the carriers for Amrit Kal, Vikasit Bharat. And by 2047, we expect to be the second, if not second, surely retain our position as third largest economy. Or maybe, I don't know if circumstances work out like that and if we become, I shouldn't be praising China. A friend of mine, youngster like your doctor, he went to China recently and he says, sir, when I broached about the situation in the country and how it is going, and ఏమంటాడు ఆ డ్రైవర్ చెప్తున్నాడు సార్ నాకు మేము మా ప్రెసిడెంట్ కొరకు ఏమైనా చేస్తాం సార్ మేము 18 గంటలు పని చేస్తాము మేము 18 గంటలు పని చేయకపోతే మాకు ఆనాడు నిద్ర పట్టదు ఎందుకంటే మేము మా ప్రెసిడెంట్ చేస్తుంది చాలా కరెక్ట్ మా దేశం మా ప్రెసిడెంట్ మా గవర్నమెంట్ పాలసీస్ వల్లే ఇంత గట్టిగా ఉన్నాం మేము అందరం హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నామని చెప్తారు ఒక వాట్సాప్ పోస్ట్ ఇక్కడ చెప్పాలి మీకు ఇజ్రాయెల్ ఈజ్ సరౌండెడ్ బై ఎనిమీస్ అంట బట్ స్టిల్ దే ఆర్ ఫైటింగ్ అండ్ వీ కెనాట్ డూ అన్ ఇజ్రాయెల్ బికాస్ ఇండియా కెనాట్ డూ అన్ ఇజ్రాయెల్ బికాస్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ సివిల్ సర్వీస్ రియలీ ఈ 75 yearsలో కంట్రీ ఈజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ కండిషన్ స్టేబుల్ whatever Dr. Subbarao has said, what Deepak Gupta has rebutted, civil service is civil service. It's, it's called the steel frame. Yeah, it is. I call it, I don't know, somebody else also maybe. I call it the CNS. What is CNS? It is the central nervous system of this country. No doubt. Because it is omnipresent. All the 23 services kada, civil service kinda?
Yes.
Ana? 23 service compared to everything in this country is part of that, isn't it? Of course, I take pride being. And yours is? This is UPSC, no?
Yes, sir.
Union Public Service Commission. Public service antane enti? Service for the nation, service for the people, service for the society, isn't it? I'm also a UPSC entry, but I was doing a different kind of service. But proudly, I feel services and antam. Services and ante, Army, Navy, Air Force are called services. Maybe because somebody has coined. Ma selection kuda, you know the process of our selection? You know? You know? In your selection, there are 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. That you know. In our selection, 2 parts. Written and SSB. Who said SSB? You said. Who else said? You said you're already a chocolater. Leda, 1 chocolate for you. Okay. Yeah. What is SSB? I'm carrying chocolates. I'm not joking. Yeah. And our services selection board is for how many days? 5 days. 5 full days. And as a young man of 17 years, 16 and a half, I am tested for 5 days in different parameters. Why? I thought, why should be so many days? And for so many years, nothing has changed in that. Why? Because tomorrow when I carry the gun and go to the border, I am expected to be like this. So I am being seen whether I'll fit into that, all that or not. Otherwise, what will happen? I will die and the country will be in problem. That's it. So where were we? So we're talking about peace and war and so many things, all right? I think we'll stop about the war and all. There are so many more things to, I've made a lot of notes. And this country of yours or ours, yours I am saying, hamara time to khatam ho gaya, hamara time ayipindi. Meede, future is yours. Lot of challenges in this country. I'll name a few challenges and come to another 10 minutes of more on the civil service orientation and all, which I know, which I have noted down, and then we'll close. You know what? What are all the good points about our country? I will close the war thing. War is okay, no? Enough, no? Yeah, it's going on. It will go on maybe a few more days. Some killings here or there. Like this gentleman wanted, why army has not gone yet? Army will go, probably, may not go. And it will all come to an end. 5 days, 10 days. In 1971, we closed it in how many days? 13 days. Good. 13 days. So let's see how many days it will take. Little different here. Just for your information. ఇదేం లేదు ఇక్కడ ఈ బ్లూ అంతా కాశ్మీర్ వ్యాలీ. సారీ, ఈ బ్లూ అంతా కాశ్మీర్ వ్యాలీ. దిస్ వన్ ఐ విల్ నాట్ టచ్. ఓకే, కాశ్మీర్ వ్యాలీ. అండ్ దిస్ ఆల్సో, ఇదంతా పిఓకే. ఈ డాటెడ్ ఇది పిఓకే అంటాం మనం. ఆజాద్ కాశ్మీర్ అని వాళ్ళు అంటారు. దిస్ ఆల్సో ఆక్యుపైడ్ నార్దర్న్ రీజన్స్ అంటారు. గిల్గిట్ బాల్టిస్తాన్ ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది. ఇది ఫైన్. ఇది access. Please don't forget this map. You should be able to tell everybody who doesn't know about this that this is what we have been fighting for the last 75 years, that this is ours. Give us back. Jaishankar vinnara adi? Yeah, that kind of a thing. Yeah. When it will happen, I don't know. This is gone. Yeah, it's fine. Same, more clear. Kashmir under Pakistani control. Yeah, the same thing. Okay. Ha, who's this? Ha, Ajit Doval. Spy man. విన్నారా అంతా చదివారా ఆయన గురించి? గుడ్. At 75 plus. Incidentally. What? He's not from my school. Incidentally, he's son of a major. His father was a major in the Indian Army. I'm not trying to take any credit. I'm just saying. Major in the Indian Army. Very still active. He's still the chief advisor. And what all. It was very fascinating and very nice to read about his. Read what? Next what? Session. I just told him to pick up a few. You must be knowing. After this gentleman came into the news as election commissioner, chief election commissioner, things have changed. Really, today is all followed, properly. That we should get credit. Next, Evarunda. Shankaran gurinchi chadavandi, please. A lot has been done by Shankaran in this state. He's a worshipped person in some circles of the state. I should not mention that. Yeah, anything? Amit Loda? Kaki, you seen the movie? Yes. I have seen. Great. It's fascinating to see see his story. Just like that. First time. And yeah, ఇంకేముంది? ఈయన గురించి మీ విష్ణు సార్ పెట్టారు. పీపుల్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఐఏఎస్ పట్టుకోనే ఉన్నాడు పాపం. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్. యా, దట్స్ ఇట్. సో విల్ క్లోజ్ ఆల్ దట్. You have any questions so far on what we have talked? Please shoot. Otherwise, I have another 5 minutes of who is a good friend? Somebody who can give and take. China is now on the fence because after the US tariff this problem, India is the next largest importer.
Yes.
So if he does much more and like that, difficult. He is also saying, no, we want Pakistan and India to amicably settle and all that. Otherwise, in 1971, you remember, I don't know, you must have read. So many things happened. Then US fleet 7th fleet had to come to save us from China. You remember all that? Yeah, that time a good friend. Henry Kissinger was there. Yeah, good friend of Indira Gandhi. And we did it. That was different time. So
Then why Trump, the United States of America president, I'm with India? Why he's?
yeah, you can keep saying no. I'm with India because he can't say I'm with Pakistan, so he has to say I'm with India. There's no use for him to say I'm with Pakistan, but there is use with us. That is it. And little bit dosti, thoda sa koncham dosti undiga Modi to. Heidi Modi, gurtukunda? Yeah, that is it. Inka? Nuclear వస్తే ఇంకేముంది, మొత్తం వరల్డ్ న్యూక్లియర్ అబ్బా. ఎండ్ రిజల్ట్ ఐ షుడ్ సే దట్ న్యూక్లియర్ రాదు ఇంతవరకు. ఈవెన్ రష్యా యుక్రెయిన్ దే అంత so much how many years? 3 years now. February 2022, isn't it? Anta restraint, it's not so easy. I am sure if really Pakistan tries to do anything like that, they'll get a kick. I'm on camera. Fine, no problem. They'll get first kick from USA only. So let's hope it doesn't happen like that. I still feel, even as a soldier, I still feel we shouldn't go for fighting because I studied human rights. No. That human angle is coming that unnecessarily innocent people die. They are victims of so-called war. So
how are we going to end this tension between India and Pakistan further?
how do we end?
So what be the good conclusion for India and Pakistan to be end of certain terrorism and
Terrorism, I'm telling you, till the time Pakistan gets balkanized, Pakistan becomes only Punjab Pakistan or Pakistan Punjab, it will not stop. It cannot stop because they are surviving on terrorism as a whatever, as an asset. Good word, as an asset. So for a whole thing to stop, there has to be intervention from US, China to Radu, Russia would Radu, because their economy also there, just like that is happening. USA, everything is dependent on it. USA is the largest economy in the world, far ahead of China, and China is also far ahead of, who is the third today?
Japan.
Yeah. So we have not yet
India is
moved to third. We are fourth and one ochindi, maybe third ostadi. So it's not easy that this will stop because terrorism cannot stop.
So don't you
Just like that. So unless Pakistan, the army and people, and they decide that yes, now enough is enough. Like you all remember in which country is that? Wales. There was one, what is that, terrorist organization, They one day just laid down their arms and for long years they were fighting. Just Google it and see, in the United Kingdom. I'm not getting the name, getting old. So unless they themselves feel that enough is enough, it will not stop. It will not stop. We have to keep fighting like this.
there is no end for
I don't see an end as of now because the mood in Pakistan, leaders across the border, is no going back unless it comes heavily from only one person, trumps up. I don't see any end. It will end, but with some more bombing, some more killing, some more destruction. Yeah.
Is that a target?
Hmm?
Is that a target? Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
You said Wagner attack.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about one militant organization in UK, United, long years back. I'm unable to place that number. So they, one fine day, they said, okay, no more terrorism, no more extremism, just laid down the arms and closed. It closed. Unless it can be wiped out like what is happening in Chhattisgarh and all these places. They are, being totally wiped out. That's not possible. You haven't seen J&K. J&K is fully dense jungles, mountains. It is not possible to search inch by inch. There are militants being sent from across. They stay for 6 to 7 months lying down and living at a place. Just they'll make and slowly they'll collect information and slowly come out. It's like that. So unless Pakistan decides that no more support, nothing, and I don't see, as of now, I don't see any such mood in their attitude. Yeah? Anything else? Irish. IRA, yes. Yeah, that is it. They laid down their arms. Totally. They said, no more now. Will that happen in this world where all terrorist organizations, Hamas, Hezbollah, X, Y, Z, they all come together, Houthis? There's so much of war going on and all funded or supported by not only ISI. not only Iran, from where are they getting these arms? All oil weaponry.
Middle East.
So it is a big game. So remember that tomorrow, in maybe 2 to 3 years' time, when you all join the service as IAS, and IAS, I'll still feel that all of you are going to become IAS officers. A lot of big challenge ahead to put your country, and some of you will become foreign service officers, some of course IPS, a lot of challenges. And then the security apparatus of the country also, we have the 3 armed forces. Incidentally, the 3 armed forces chiefs, together with the cabinet secretary and scientific advisor to the prime minister, are the 3 topmost, senior-most government officers of this country. Cabinet secretary, 3 chiefs, and the, what did I say? Scientific advisor to the prime minister of the government. So they all hold a high position, and it's all big game there. Yeah, that's it. We're done with our time. Yeah. Please tell.
Is world at the brink of World War III?
World at the brink of World War III. Why would there be World War III? Russia and Ukraine. They've been fighting for so many years, and Ukraine wanted to become part of NATO. That was the trigger. And now NATO says, no, don't talk about NATO. And President Trump has got out of NATO. I have nothing to do with NATO. So NATO countries are themselves here and there. Now Europe is thinking, we'll raise our own defense mechanism. So who will fight the World War III? When the big boss says, I'm off, everything is off. It's all up. Donald John Trump. DJT. So I don't think there'll be a war. And people have realized that economy is good economy for the people, for the countries, is better than thinking on going for war. But some madcaps are there, like our worthy neighbor. So they'll keep happening because that is an asset. That is their asset. Otherwise they can't do. What will they do? Total economy is bad. Nothing. No export. Nothing. What will they do? And they're crying because we stopped that Indus water. So bad. And still they are fighting, bombing every night now. Previous night they did. Last night they did. Again they will plan. We are also not keeping quiet. Yeah. Anything else? Yes, please say. What's your name? Harsha. Good name. Tell me.
Sir, why don't you consider Indian Coast Guard as full force of India? Always we talk about 3 forces.
You want to join Indian Coast Guard?
No, sir, I'm asking.
Just like that, I'm asking also.
Because 3 years.
Yeah. Good question, actually. The defense services are 3, I told you. And they are under the Ministry of Defense. And like Harsha said, Coast Guard is also under Ministry of Defense. Because they have to actually, they are outside they operate outside the physical, geographical land, isn't it? And they have to be in coordination with the Navy and all that. And it's basically an external thing. So they have kept it under the Ministry of Defense. Till about 10 years back, the head of the Coast Guard was always a naval officer, senior vice admiral from the Navy. Now they have their own cadre. These officers have come up. Yes, despite being part of the Ministry of Defense, Harsha, their entry is not through the CDS. Acha, talking about CDS, just remind me, I have something else to tell you all. Not through CDS or not through NDA lot. Yeah, like you said, maybe one day it will happen. I don't boast that we have a different culture, but it is being maintained like that. And their designations are also not akin to the military terminology. They have their rankings and all. So DIG, IG, something like that, it is there. So it is akin to the police, something like that. So they're not part of the tri-services, we armed forces. Yeah, that's it. I should not say more than that. Tell me, ma'am.
So, like US did an operation for eradicating Osama bin Laden, right? So, like that, why can't we go into Pakistan terrorism till
I wish we could do that. I am also, even my wife at home says, why every night there are drone attacks? You can't, can the army or air defense not pick up all the drone dumps and destroy them? I think it's not so easy. But what you said is right. Hafiz Syed is there somewhere in Pakistan. Dawood Ibrahim, somewhere in Pakistan. We are not able to catch him. I think perhaps if we tell Israel or USA, they will help us. But they will not. They may help us. They will not help. They say, you fight your own war. It's good. I wish we could do. We are unable to do for various reasons. Maybe capability or maybe for various other political and geostrategic reasons.
We have law rights.
Mm-hmm.
We have law rights.
Yeah, RAW is also officered by civil service officers. They may be doing their best. I mean, let us leave it at that. If you talk more, then we'll start thinking that RAW is not doing their job. So why should we say everybody is doing their job? Lot of defense officers are part of the RAW. You heard about Kulbhishan Jadhav? You heard? A naval officer. Naval officer. And like that, many young army and navy officers and even air force, they are on deputation to the RAW. They need, because the military operations is different. Yeah, anything else? Time is over. Yes.
So we have in India NCC also, National Cadet Corps. It is called like the second line of army. If war comes, in NCC also there are the three wings: Army, Navy, and Air Force. If war comes, how the Indian Army or Government of India uses NCC? And already NCC cadets are somewhat trained in camps. How they train for India, geographically or to army.
Good question. So far, I think nobody has talked about using the NCC cadets, senior wing NCC cadets. But yes, if the situation demands, maybe because they are trained, they attend all camps. I've been there in the NCC. You're an NCC cadet?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
25 already. There is an NCC entry. I want to tell you something else. What I want to tell you all is, while you are preparing for the civil services, I am sure you all have a plan B and plan C. So I call upon all of you, those who are in NCC and the others, please put defense services through CDS or NCC or technical entry, those of you are engineers, as either your plan B or plan C. It's my duty to tell you all that yes, we need good officers like you all to serve the defense service also. So you're going back to your question. Yes, I don't think that kind of a requirement will come, but yes, they may call all able-bodied NCC, ex-NCC cadets, please report to your nearest military station. They may say, I'm not saying, but it may not come to that because we have enough army. But when the army has to vacate, maybe you will be told, okay, you take care of this, we are going there. So many things. But I don't think there will be a situation where there's a requirement for NCC cadets to go to the front line. In 1962, when we were at war with China, a lot of NCC officers, a lot of others with just 1 month training up to the border, 1 month training out to the border. So we gave them commission also, emergency commission officers, ECO, 1 month training and go. Yeah.
So what is the role
What's your name? Name? Huh?
Rupesh.
Rupesh, tell me.
What is the role of territorial
Huh? Territorial Army. Territorial Army is known as the Citizens Army. Territorial Army has got the Jawans, the soldiers in the Territorial Army, and a percentage of soldiers in the Territorial Army and a percentage of officers in the Territorial Army are from people like you all. Till the age of 42, you can join the Territorial Army and you will be told 6 months embodiment. That's called embodiment. You'll wear the uniform, you'll get promotions, and you'll get the pay of that rank as you serve with them. Territorial Army is right now deployed in J&K and they are stationed in different places. And those Territorial Army personnel in J&K now, they will be used. They are being used for that back-end administrative duties. I'm telling him, no, that kind of thing. It's being done. It's being done. And like when the requirement comes, all those Territorial Army units in Hyderabad, Chennai, here, there, they'll all be mobilized. Yes.
What is the main difference between army and
Army. Regular Army is not a regular army. It is known as Citizens Army. I mean, then you're on duty only for a few months of the. You're working as in BSNL. You're working here, there, but you wear the uniform and get onto the duty of the army. It's temporary for that kind of a period. Yeah, and study more on that. This is the basic about Territorial Army I have told you. And we have a unit in Trimalgiri here, Territorial Army. Full-fledged, proper. They are functioning. They get trained normally and they go to the border for training once a year.
2 months?
2 months, yes. You know that. Anyone in the Territorial Army? Yeah, exactly. They do it. So that is temporary. This is again a second line. Like you were saying, no, it's the second line. The NCC may be third or fourth line, something like that. And if everything vanishes, like somebody was asking, the day it started off, my friend called, Kalal Saab, are you going? I said, yes. If they call me, I'll go. I may not be able to fight with a gun and run like you all can do, but administrative areas and manning the administration and I can do. And all of you also should be ready one day. You must go if required for the nation. Yeah.
Sir, the Naxalwadi and all in the eastern areas, they are being terror for our country. Then how can we resolve it for that?
You mean they're not Naxals. What is that called? What is that word? Yeah, separatists. The eastern sector. Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur. Yeah. They're also being handled by the army with the help of police. It will continue, I'm telling you. Like she was asking, will Trump be our friend? It will never be happy. They'll be told, okay, we'll supply you arms, you die, you fight, and you'll keep supplying you arms. We have to fight our war.
Sir, but the Naxalwadis, the Indian citizens itself are becoming like that.
Why?
Influence.
Use IAS officers. You have to brainstorm on that. Yes. You have to do. I can fight, but that is your job. Why? Why are they doing? What is the problem? They say economic disparity, no jobs. Somebody has written by 2030. Today is 2025. 2030, we need another 15 crore jobs. Tomorrow in your interview, if you go, they may ask you, what is your idea of creating jobs for the country? How? What? So they don't have a job, they don't have a livelihood, they are poor. That's why they say somebody is offering, okay, go in. They'll get food and all. Tomorrow you'll die. Like they are dying now in hordes. They are dying in Chhattisgarh. So they are Indians. Very correct. So what? They are misinformed Indians or misguided Indians or deprived Indians. I don't know. I should say that. Distressed. That's the problem. So yes, it's a good point. So you have to think about solutions to these. When you go to the interview final stage, they may ask you, yes, madam, tell me, what idea do you have about, how do you think? Your interview is generally around 1 hour or 40 minutes, like that? 40-45 minutes? And why is it 275 marks? I asked you, or Vishnu sir, all your papers are 250, except the prelims 300, because that is qualifying. All papers, 7 papers, no? No. Yeah. 9 papers, 250. And interview is 275. I said, why?
To test the personalities.
So why not 300? I got some answer from him. I got the answer. I thought as much and I asked him, why is it like that? And that's a different thing. I think we should close now. Already 12:40. Yeah, one more, something. Rupesh kaadu. Huh? Rupesh, okay.
Why India is lacking with PMCs?
Why India is?
Lacking with PMCs.
Lacking.
Military companies.
Lacking.
I mean, less recruited.
Why India is lacking with PMCs, private military companies.
Private military companies. And where are private military companies?
Latin Group, Russia,
Unka?
UK,
You require? Do we require? If you say this to Modi ji, he will say, come here. Come here. We don't require. And I think that Ukraine war law, they had, that Wagner, and then he shifted loyalties or something. I require like that. Not required, Baba. Enough. ఇది ఉన్నదే చాలా అనుకుంటున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకో ప్రైవేట్ అది బదులు పెడితే there will be lot of law and order problem. Private armies, very difficult. అసలే మనం చెప్పాను కదా, disunity in diversity. Unity in diversity కాకుండా disunity in diversity. అనవసరం. ఓకే.
So I hope everyone got a sufficient and a vibrant service.
Thank you. Okay.
Ideas, inputs about armed forces and all. నాకు తెలిసి చాలా ఇంటరాక్టివ్ సెషన్ అయింది సార్. స్టూడెంట్స్ వేర్ బీన్ మోర్ ఇంటరాక్టివ్. రూపేష్ వాస్ R for Rupesh, R for rock. So rocking. So any from students community want to thank sir, you can speak for 1 minute. Anyone want to thank sir? If you want, from your side, if it is good. Fast.
May 6th 144 అటాక్ చేశారు కదా, దట్ డే May 7th మార్నింగ్ నేను లెగిచాక ఆ టైంలో నేను పీస్గా పడుకున్నాను, బట్ దే ఆర్ ఫైటింగ్ దేర్. సో మీ ఆర్మీ అందరికీ ఐ కుడ్ జస్ట్ సెల్యూట్ సార్.
So please, how is the high? Are you motivated? Yes. Are you motivated?
ఏం మోటివేషన్? ఎవరు జాయిన్ అవ్వరంట ఆర్మీ. నోబడీ ఈజ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టు జాయిన్. ఐ సెడ్ ప్లాన్ ఏ ఇది, ప్లాన్ బి అన్న ప్లాన్ సి అన్న పెట్టుకోండి అబ్బా. సమ్ ఆఫ్ యూ ప్లీజ్ కమ్, ప్లీజ్ గో అండ్ జాయిన్, వేర్ ద యూనిఫామ్ అంటే అని ఎవ్వరు. అట్లీస్ట్ టు ప్లీజ్ మీ 1-2 చేతులు కూడా పైకి వస్తలేవు. జస్ట్ జోకింగ్.
but I was medically rejected.
Oh, okay, Harsha. Okay, good.
Me also, sir.
Hmm?
I'm also from Tirupati SV Defense Academy. I'm also from Defense Academy from Tirupati.
Ah.
I'm also fitted for physical test, but I'm also just like unqualified in medical test.
You attended SSB?
Not SSB, sir. IUA.
Oh, Agnivir. Okay. What is your background?
BCom and graduation.
BCom. Okay.
ఎన్సీసీ ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? ఓ వెరీ గుడ్ సార్, వెరీ గుడ్ నంబర్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్. So I believe that everyone got enough information on Indian Armed Forces, mainly sir's experience. As Nikhileshwar rightly said, your experience gave us inputs, and mainly how calm we have to be, how composed we have to be, and how we have to move the country, and how civil services is also part of it. So I highly, including me with my staff as well as my students, we are motivated, sir. Thank you very much for your very good session, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How is the Josh? How is the Josh? Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Janagana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jaladi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashisha Mage Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He
बोलो स्वतंत्र भारत माता की जय। बोलो स्वतंत्र भारत माता की जय।